And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Fancy footwork in midfield. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. The first play from scrimmage. Some of these people haven't even taken their seat.
That's what is commonly known as a fast start. That's what my horse racing friends would say. They caught a flyer out of the gate. And guess what? They're in the lead now.
Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Throwing on 1st down. Stokes. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Looking to throw. Stokes. And open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they'll get him down here 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. First and 10. Stokes. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. So that throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw again. And this one is incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Now, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Stokes. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. First down, Stokes. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Stokes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught at the 25. They give him a gain of 37.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
To throw on second down. Stokes. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Off play action. Stokes. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down. Threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. One of these quarterbacks going to learn. You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
The offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Looking to throw. Stokes. And this is caught for a touchdown. And hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. Ouch. Could have been a game-tying touchdown. They'll have to hold on that at least for now.
Ouch in a big way. Like ripping the Band-Aid off there. Can they let the sting subside and come back and get it done?
And this one is right through. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone.
Set. 319. 319.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Looking to throw on second down. Stokes. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out. Now they'll run it on the toss. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now they try the right side here. And he gets it down to the 32. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Lawrence. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Here's Harris. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They come out here in the I.
Now, Barney.
He's going to get it running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
third down. It's George. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Now I would be surprised if they go for it. 3 points is not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the first half. Take the 3 points and move on.
And Lutz's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That's going to set them back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now a give to Taylor. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make this a 2nd down.
Not an ideal spot to be on 1st down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in 2nd and manageable.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Stokes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Grady Jarrett with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone. Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that. Now they'll run it on the toss. Down to the 25. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well. You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Taylor. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. On 3rd down, it's Taylor. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
On 1st and 10. Stokes. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Back to the air on 2nd down. Stokes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stokes. And the pressure gets to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Take it at the 37. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. A first update now from Cleveland. And the Bills have taken the early lead. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. And they'll run it here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on second down. Lawrence trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Will Fuller was the intended target. Third down here. The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Off the play fake. Lawrence. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
A final shot before break. Stokes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. I'm here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Detroit. Detroit.
Looking to throw. Stokes. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. He got 29 yards that time. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there. 2
of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Back to throw. Stokes. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal.
Gone, 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 gone. Detroit, Detroit. Gone, 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 gone.
Looking to throw. Stokes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from moving out in front. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. Extra point right down the middle, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
And they'll go on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Set, 3-19, 3-19.
On 3rd down, it's George. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. The 4th down run successful.
Detroit!
Now they look to
Detroit!
pay it off on 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, Stokes. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Gun! 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 Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
And that'll set them back 5.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gun, 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 gun.
Looking to throw on second down. Stokes. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Falcons on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be third and a mile.
Gun, 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 gun. Gun, 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 gun.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
Gun, 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 gun.
Throwing on third and long. Stokes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now, before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
On first down, Lawrence. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows the offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
Right back to him on first down. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hurry up, here we go. 3
To throw on second down, Lawrence. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
Throwing on first down. Stokes looking downfield for Jones. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Gone! 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 All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
Oh, again. Stokes. On the crossing route, complete. That's Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22. They run with Taylor. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here live in New Orleans. And we've got a dandy here. A one-point game as we begin the fourth. Looking to throw on second down. Stokes. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
To throw on second down, Lawrence. He's going to look deep down the field. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though.
Hey,
throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at about the 28. And now running right through it. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So out come the Falcons now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
On 1st and 10, Stokes. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Trey Hendrickson in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
There you go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gun! 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 Gun!
Back to throw. Stokes. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. They'll have another 1st down and more. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side complete. It's Gibson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And that one results in 35 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
They go play action here on 1st down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Throwing again. Lawrence. Now they go screen. It's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. From the gun, Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Gun! All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. That one goes for 36 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 1st down, Stokes. And this is taken in at the 5. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now they try the right side here. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly. Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face, and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that. Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now. Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here? They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Gone, 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 gone.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Detroit. Detroit.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. They're all finished in that game in Cleveland. And the Bills have wound up winning that football game. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign.
Gun, gun, gun. Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. He's checking crack. Check 3, check 3. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Throwing on 1st down. Stokes letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal. Now Taylor, and he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for Atlanta, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.